The unity of African, it is something which the Western, they can put everything in power together in order for them to not see African united. The unity of Africans, it is something which stress day and night these people. The unity of Africa, it is something which leave these people having a nightmare because they know how important it is for them. They know very well that the day Africans they will get to be united, our life will be doomed. Because they know very well that once an African child sit together with another African, and then they get to speak one language, and then they get to have a better understanding of one another, that will be their distractions. Yes, these people, they know very well that without Africa being united, then we are done. So it is for that reasons they will always do everything in their power in order for them to destroy Africans from not being united. Now, with this being said, what is it that one thing that Africans are supposed to be having in their mind, especially these so-called politicians who get to jump in the front line and say that no, us we are the true liberator of Africans? What was they or what they supposed to be doing in order for them to be united and liberate Africans? These are the capital questions that each and every African leader or those who are in the world of politics believing that they want to be there to work for to work for black people. These are something that they should actually get into consider in most of their speech. But what are we seeing today? Our African leaders, they are failing us. They are failing us because each and every person, they want to protect their own interest. What people of Africa, what people of South Africa want to happen is not what our leaders they are trying to do out there. Each and every person, they want to protect their own interest. Each and every person, they want to be in possess of power. And wanting to be in possess of power, it end up raising up serious conflict that may end up making them to become even more distracted from their should I say, their main focus on things which they're supposed to be focusing. Guys, let us talk about what is happening right now in South Africa politics. Let us talk about the conflict which is happening between MK Party and the EFF. Let us talk about what is happening between the two leaders, Julius Malema and the leader of the MK, Jacob Zuma. Guys, the reason why I want us to talk about this because I just sit down and get to understand that what does this have to benefit people of South Africa? Is this supposed to be the war which these people have to fight in order for them to liberate black South Africans? Because these things is taking now to another directions. And if we don't talk about it right now, if we don't raise up these matters right now, guys, trust me, it's just a matter of time. You guys will start hearing people start assassinating one another. And that is the fear we should be seeing. And that is something we need to avoid right now. I know at the end of this video, even during this video, there will be those ones who come and call me names. There will be those ones who will insult me. But let me speak at least my mind, because I believe there's someone out there just like you who want to be told the truth. There's someone out there who want to listen to what I have to say. There will be someone who definitely agree with my point of view. This is not how things are supposed to be. This is not how we are going to liberate ourselves from our former colonials. Because when black South Africans are being divided, do you know who's benefiting from all this? Because as I said at the beginning of this video, that the unity of black Africans, the unity of black South Africans, it is what is destroying these people. And the moment we are failing to be united as a black Africans, do you know who get to benefit from all this? Is the Western, is the Rupert family, is the Oppenheimer. These are people who are going to benefit from this. Why? Because these so-called leaders, whether it's Julius Malema, whether it's Fred Shivambu, whether it is Jacob Zuma, name them as you know them by their names. All of them, when they're coming to you, they are raising up only one concern, saying that we're here to do this, we're here to liberate black Africans, we're here to do this and that. But in the reality, is this how they're going to liberate black South Africans after everything this beautiful nation have been through? Is this the kind of leader that South Africa needs right now? Because at first it was all about, no, we're here to do this. We're here to fight so that you guys will have a job. We're here to fight so that you guys can have the true economic freedom. And all these are the words which came from their mouth. But today, look at how things are going. Look at how things are standing on the table. Now it is an open war, which both sides they have declared on each other. And now they are attacking each other even more publicly. Go in the social medias, you will see. If MK member get to say something about the EFF, they are coming back also to respond back on them. If the EFF member try to criticize something about the MK party, the MK party are also coming on them. Now, this battle, which is happening between these two beautiful political parties, which is supposed to be united for the sake of black South Africans, now that they're fighting, have you questioned yourself or asked yourself a question? Where's the ANC? Where is the DA, which is supposed to be their rival? When they're busy fighting, do you know the position of DA? Do you know what they're up to? These are the capital questions each and every South African should be thinking instead of focusing on the kind of insult that we're getting to see in social medias. Oh, this one did that. Oh, you see, that one is gonna see. Oh, blah, blah, blah. The more we keep on attacking each other, the more we're giving our enemy the wings to fly even more higher. They are laughing at us. Yes. These people, wherever they are, whether it is in overseas, in the Western, whether it is in South Africa, they are laughing. They'll be like, look, black people, they are failing to even speak one political language. And these people, most of them, they're even being well manipulated by this Western. They get to finance them. They get to tell them what to do in order for them to bring instability among black people so that black people should fail to not be united. And that is what I've been telling you all this time. The unity of Africa, it is the only weapon we have as Africans in order for us to defeat the Western. Say amen to that. That is the fact. Because each and every strategy we have tried so far to fight against the oppressors, we keep on failing. Through the guns, they're the one who run it. They're the one who manufacture it. They're the one who sell it to African countries. They even know how many numbers is there. See how many conflict and war we have in Africa, where we get to see our fellow Africans fighting one another. Do you think they're doing it on their own? No. They're doing this because there are some people who are seated behind them, who get to finance them. I always ask you guys an easy example each and every time. Who does sponsor Boko Haram? A rebellion and terrorist group, which we all know that has been there for many years, but yet the government of Nigeria, they are failing to do it. Who get to finance the terrorists and the rebellions in DR Congo? That's questions we should always ask every time. If you ask yourself a question, how possible is it that you are seeing someone whom the government they want, they are looking for him, and they are not able to catch him, but yet there's a so-called journalist who will be coming from the overseas to go ahead and have an interview with this so-called chief of the rebellions. Have a look here. I don't know if you see properly. What you are seeing there is the chief and command of the M23 rebellion groups in DR Congo. This man is a wanted man by the government of DR Congo. Yes, this man here is a wanted man. That anyone who sees him, they must report to the government. But look at this picture very well. This man is giving an interview, right? And this interview is giving it to a Western journalist. Look at her very well. She's a white lady. She came all the way from the Western. Here's the question I have for you. How did she manage to locate this man where he's been hiding? And how did this man feel able to trust this woman? Because when you look this man very well, look how comfortable he is through this interview. Why is he feeling that comfortable? Because people, which is the Western, they're the one who are financing him. And then they want him to pass a message to the government of Kinshasa. Since they want him to pass a message, they have to send their own journalist. So this man is not even afraid that he's going to be arrested. No. What I'm trying to say by this is what? This is what the Western have been doing every time. They want Africans to fight among themselves. They want Africans to always have conflict. They want Africans to not have a proper language whereby they can sit one place and talk as brothers and sisters and find a proper solution to the problem which Africa continent is facing. So they will try everything by all means. If they have to sponsor one of these Africans to go ahead and bring some instability in the country, they will do so. Look at what is happening in Mozambique. We all know who won that elections. But just because they know very well that they can't deal with a certain kind of people who are not at their service, that's why they will bring this kind of instability. And this is supposed to be a good message, something which is supposed to motivate our leaders in South Africa to understand that if you are preaching for the unity of South Africans, if you want to liberate South Africans, then you don't need to fight with your fellow South Africans. Then you don't need to attack each other. You don't need to destroy each other. But what are they doing? They are fighting, guys. They are fighting. It is all about attack of one another, even within their own politics. Look at what is happening between Duduzile and Flourish Vam. And this seems to be another good topic for celebration for people of the EFF. Now, tell me, with all these things happening, how will people of South Africa get to be liberated from this kind of people? Because sometimes people don't want to be tell the truth, but the truth will always be the truth, guys. No matter what, no matter who's concerned about all this. If you want to liberate people of South Africa, you should consider on how people of South Africa want things to be done around. But how did we even get to this point? Because sometimes we seem to forget so quick. Sometimes we get distracted and we fail to know exactly how did things get to this point. Well, before we get to reveal more about this, I'm first inviting you guys to like this video in your numbers. Yes, we are here, we're having this conversation, and we will really do appreciate if you like this video so that many people can come and join us as we're having this conversation, because what we're talking about here, there are things which are very important. that we need to consider right now and find a proper solution in order for us to bring peace and be united as a black Africans. So, guys, sorry about that. Um, yeah, I'll appreciate that, and thanks to those who are busy uh, liking the video, guys. But how did we get to this point? Let us start from there. We all know that Julius Malema used to be in the ANC. To make story short from his side, we saw how the man he went and started his own political party with his own vision. And after 11 years, we saw then Jacob Zuma, who had some inside conflict with the ANC. He ended up also creating his own political party. Well, creating is just a language you are using, but if you ask people of the ANC, they will tell you that no, he military coup them by taking Mkonto Wezizwe as his political party, because until today, the ANC, they still recognize Mkonto Wezizwe as their own movement or allies within the ANC. So Jacob Zuma, he came and he took this political party. But when Jacob Zuma announced this political party, he have words and things which he had said to people of South Africa and all entire Africa. Because when you are coming and trying um, to become a leader, you need to tell people your vision so that people they will see whether they will believe in your vision or not. And in case of Jacob Zuma, he has things which he have said to people of South Africa, same as Julius Malema has did. And he did that. Of course, people who believe in him, they did believe in him. We move to Jacob Zuma. Now, Jacob Zuma, one of the things he have raised was to tell that he wants to do something which he could not be able to do in the ANC. Well, that's another topic for another day, because there'll be those ones who will also ask Jacob Zuma to say, how possible is that? Because he used to be the leader, he used to be the president, not only of the ANC, but of the entire country. How he did not manage to fulfill whatsoever is planning to do right now. There will be even those ones who will go far by saying that no, it is under him, he failed to give the free education to South African, is under him, he failed to give the land to South Africans, so on and so on. Me, I'm not gonna int in that part. I don't want to be part of that debate. So I just want to focus or talk on the basic things which the former president Jacob Zuma had said that all of us could have seen with our own two eyes. And then he said that no, he's calling everyone to come and join the MK party. They should not trust in the ANC anymore, because the ANC is no longer the same ANC that him once led, or Mandela, or Thabo Mbeki, or Olivia Tambo, they have led before. This is a different ANC, and he gave it a name by saying that it's the ANC of Ramaphosa. Those are his words. And these are the words which can encourage one person who is also tired of the ANC government, who's maybe tired of the leadership of President Ramaphosa. So these people now, they have to buy that language. They have to believe in him for that. And then Jacob Zuma, he went far by saying that the MK party, it is the only political party which is going to liberate black South Africans. Why he used that strategy or that language? Well, because he wants to have everyone in the MK, regardless of who you are in the society of South Africans. Well, you are welcome in the MK. That is how we saw former directors of public enterprises. We saw people coming from a political party, former mayors, former what. All these people, Jacob Zuma went on and resurrected them to come and join the MK party. Bravo for that. That's a very good sign, which shows that no, indeed, this is the sign of showing that black people, it is possible for them to be united. It's possible for them to sit one place and do things in the right way in order for them to free themselves up from all these Western mafias. So we salute that. And this call, it had reached to many people out there who believe in Jacob Zuma, and they came forward to support him for that. But if you pay attention to these 2 points that I just mentioned, because he mentioned a couple of things, but I'm just giving you an example of these two, you will see that Jacob Zuma declared an open war or declared two categories of people as the enemy of black South Africans. He accused Ramaphosa to be at the service of the Westerns. He does not do nothing, blah, 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 blah. So which means his mission now is to win all the votes, which belongs to the ANC, to go to the MK party, because this ANC is no longer the same ANC. It belongs now to individuals. He went on and talk on how to liberate black people, which means the economy of South Africa, what, everything should be in, the majority should be in the hand of black Africans or South Africans, because they are the rightful owner of all these things. Again, bravo for that. But one of the mistakes which he made is when he start now dishing up from other political party which had the same ambition to come forward and liberate people of South Africa. And here we are talking about the EFF. The moment EFF members they start leaving going, I don't remember or think the EFF they were kind of like at that point of trying to attack one another, like the way we are seeing it right now. I personally think or have feeling like they're just having that mutual respect of like, okay, no, if someone choose to be part of the MK party, what is the problem? I mean, after all, we are the same thing. But if you've been watching me for some time, let's even not go far. If you've been watching me since last year, I had said something about what is happening today. The moment when the elections finish, and now President Ramaphosa was busy consulting different political party and civil society and every different organizations in order for them to form up the government of national union. We all know what people of South Africa they were expecting. If I'm referring people of South Africa, I'm referring to the black South Africans, because they're the majority. Their wish was to see ANC, EFF, MK party, and other different black South African political party to be united to one place and work together, give each other idea on how they are going to liberate themselves. But unfortunately, that did not happen. That was the first sign for those who've been watching me. I said to you that these are the signs showing that we are failing to unite, because this was a very good opportunity which the Constitution of South Africa had given to all these political parties so that they can sit one place and work. But on the other side, we saw the ANC, which have to compromise and say that no, if we have to go only and work with black South Africans, well, it will look like now we are busy minimizing the minority race in this country, blah, blah, blah. So therefore, we need just to bring everyone inside. The moment they decide to do that, on the other side, we see the EFF, we saw the MK party, they pull off. They excuse themselves from all these activities. They say that we can't work. Forgetting that at the beginning of everything, it was a trap which the DA, they have put in place in order for this all South African black political party to fall in it. You want me to remind you? Of course, I can refresh your mind. Do you guys still remember when John Stenizen spoke loud and clear, declaring the the EFF of Julius Malema is their enemy number one. And when the MK party, they announced their participations in these elections, the previous elections, which took place here in South Africa, they also associate it together with the EFF of Julius Malema, saying that there is no way we'll allow these two political parties to take power in South Africa, because if this have to happen, that will make us live in doomsdays. Those are the words which the DA, they end up fulfilling, because they try everything by all means to separate these two black South African politics from not being part of the DA. So they end up considering them as their enemies. They end up provoking them so that this political party, in return, they should not also consider to sit one place with the DA. That was a very big trap which they had put in place, because they know very well that if we let these people to work with the ANC, it will make them to be united. And once they get to be united, well, us, we won't survive anymore. We won't be having post anymore. And if we don't have post anymore, which means the economy of South Africa, which we've been holding it here, we won't have it anymore. This economy is going to go to black people. And they're the majority in all this. And once they have the economy of South Africa, we are doomed. That was what they have calculated. And us as black Africans, we end up falling for it. We could not be able to understand that no, the problem here is not Zuma, the problem here is not Malema, the problem here is not even Ramaphosa, but the problem here is black South Africans sitting on one table and having one language. We failed that. Now tell me, where's the unity of black South Africans that these politicians they've been preaching us, when they've been failing even to unite over something simple, something was supposed to be in common? They are busy accusing one another. They are busy attacking one another, whether it's through social medias. Now, guys, come on. Like, honestly speaking, we are failing to do something very simple. And the real enemy is busy laughing at us, applauding, like, okay, I succeed with my mission. Because the DA today, they're in power. They accepted to work with the ANC because they know that, okay, we have managed to isolate the ANC from the MK party and the EFF. Now that these people, they're out, let us jump in. And since then, is there anything good that the ANC is the first political party which won this election? They can tell to people of South Africa right now that they are doing good. Because everything that they want to do for people of South Africa, they are finding that their hands are being, they caught them like this. They can't move that much. It is all about Mbalula coming in the media, saying something like this. Tomorrow, Zile, she will go also in the media and respond back. They are busy threatening the ANC. You feel like the ANC, they are stuck. Even the President Ramaphosa is not moving freely. Why? Because this was their mission. They want to make sure that they separate black South Africans so that them they will come in and continue to take advantage and controlling the whole economy of South Africa, so that black South Africans, they will remain in poverty as we get to see it. Those are the facts. We don't need to beat around the bush for that. So, guys, now all these things, our leaders, they're supposed to see it. As much we have seen this thing coming, our leaders, they're supposed also to see it. No, they ignore it. Okay, fine. Now that people of South Africa, they may be hoping to see the two political party, which is the MK party and the EFF, sitting down in order for them at least to have a better understanding of one another, maybe to work together and try to show at least even that example that, yes, guys, it is true. Black people, black South Africans can indeed get to be united. We could have seen that through the parliament, through the medias, through their press conference. We would have seen that. Unfortunately, what is happening? It's all in fire, Baba. These people, they are attacking one another. These people that are insulting one another. You could see that we're having two camp here, one green, another red. It's all about protecting their own leaders. You can't say this about my leader. This one also is like, no, you can't say that about my leader. Go on social media, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook. Go all over there. You will see on how they're attacking one another. They're even making shows. Hmm? Now, when we are divided this way, starting from our leaders going down, how do you expect us to get to develop Africa? How do you expect us to get to be united? And the worst part, from the side of Jacob Zuma, after these people who have left the EFF, they went to him, the least they could have done is maybe to keep quiet, have something good to say about the EFF with their leadership, or try to find a better way to work together. No, unfortunately, that wasn't the case. Just because they were trending, just because they were the topic on the mouth of everyone, they want to remain that way. They want to feel like, okay, no, look, if I keep quiet right now, people will forget about me. People won't talk about me anymore. So let me just try to, fire up something there. And now they start attacking the EFF. Now they start calling the EFF, revealing things. Oh no, actually, I'm the one who founded who formed the EFF. Another one's like, no, I'm the one who did this. I'm not, you know, saying all these kind of things. It end up pushing another side in order for them to come. Those who still loyal to the EFF, in order for them also to come and defend also their movement. Because we should not forget here that, according to Julius Malema, he strongly believed that the MK party with Jacob Zuma, they came only with one mission: to destroy the EFF. They want to trade the EFF for MK party. That is something which Julius Malema with the EFF, they could not also believe or accept, because according to them, they strongly believe that if there is one political party which has to endorse another person or another political party, that should be the MK party. Why? Because the MK party is just a new political party. The EFF, they've been there and they have a history. They have people who believe in them, in their policies and everything all over the world. So why not the MK joining them? These are the reasons which the EFF, they have raised on their own. On the other side, the MK party with their leader, it's all about fighting over the leadership. Because you guys still remember the interview which Julius Malema gave recently, where he was revealing on how Zuma refused to endorse Malema. And he gave the example saying that, imagine seeing a grown man like me to go and join the EFF. So here, guys, again, come to think of it, like it or not, whether Zuma liked the policy of the EFF or like Julius Malema or not, but one thing for sure, I think the old man of Kandla is just kind of like scared, in the way of saying that if he had to join the EFF, do you know how people were gonna laugh at him out there? Do you know how people were gonna criticize him even within the ANC? So I think that was even one of the reasons that left him without no choice than to create his own political party. And look at the policy of the MK party. Well, that is if they have them, but according to what they present us so far, let's just call it that their policy is not that far to the one of the EFF. So if there is another political party which imitates one here, that would be the MK party. And that is the truth. We're not making this up, because the MK party came after the EFF. But guys, when these people are fighting like this, when these people are putting conflict among South Africans, how are we going to get to be united? How are we going to liberate ourselves? These are the questions I'm just leaving. Because for me, I feel it is very important we pay attention to these small things that seem to be small for other people. As I said, if we don't pay attention to this, tomorrow we'll start killing one another. Do you know why? because things will take to another level. Because if you look both political party of both sides, they are trying to protect their leaders. They are trying to protect their political party. This one will say that us were good, blah blah blah. This one will say that no, us were also good. At the end of the day, they are trying to protect their leaders. And by trying to protect their leaders, it will be all now about cultures. Whereby, oh, Zuma, where is Zuma from? Oh, Zuma is a Zulu. Oh, I'm also Zulu. I support Zulu. I mean Zuma. Oh, Malema is from where? Ah, Malema. Okay, Malema. I support also Malema because it's from Lipopo. That's how things are going to be now. Is that what we need in order for us to be united as a black South Africans? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. So, for me, I think people of South Africa should not follow this kind of leaders who, instead of focusing on what people of South Africa are expecting them to do, they are busy focusing in order for them to keep their own interest. Well, we can say this, but one thing I know for sure that some people out there, whatever we're saying here, it's gonna go from one side of the here and it's gonna come out from the other side. Why? Because I strongly believe, guys, we have a problem of mentality. The day we'll start educating our mentality, the day we'll start opening up our mind to start seeing that no, we don't just need to believe in a leader, but we need to believe in the vision which we are sharing with our thoughts. Then that day you're not gonna let anyone to come and hold a press conference in order for them to tell you lies. You're not gonna allow anyone to come and tell you some stupid things just because maybe they are so they so wish to be the president. So a lot is happening right now, but don't fall for it. Remain focused and keep in mind that the unity of South Africans is the only weapon that can give South Africans the true freedom. Yes. Whether it is economic freedom, whether it is any kind of freedom, name it, that is the only way. Whether it's South Africans or Africans, we can get to liberate ourselves from all this. Because people who don't want peace to reign, people don't want to see South Africans or black Africans to get to be united. These people, they know very well that the day will be united, it will be their end. So it is for that reason they are doing all these things. It is for that reason why they are fighting with everything in their power to destroy the unity of Africans. That's the reason why they get to sponsor different militaries, rebellions, and everyone around Africa, so that every time the government or every time the Africans want to sit down and be united, they won't have time. Because how can you be thinking of uniting when you are having someone who's busy fighting there toward you? So, guys, I believe the message is loud and clear. We strongly believe that it was very important we come here and have this conversation with you guys, so that at least we can be alert, we can be aware of what is happening. So, we're looking forward to see what is your comment in the comment section. Give us your thoughts so that we can also see how you think about the whole situation. Okay, we are looking forward to that, and we'll be reading your comments, all of it in details, so that we can also get to learn something. But above all, guys, please don't hold it against us. We are just discussing, like everyone can talk and discuss. So don't feel like no, we attack your leader or we did this and that. No, we just speak the facts, and don't be too much fanatism. Okay, don't be too much fan of someone, but try to pay attention at least to things which make sense. So that's what we strongly believe that we did with you in this video. So I'll be looking forward to see you again, guys, in our next video. This is a new year, by the way. Happy New Year to those who are joining us, guys. I know 2024, it was a year of struggles. We fought in different ways, you know, in order for us to continue fighting for the true freedom of Africa continent. So happy New Year. We strongly believe that this year, 2025, is going to be a year of a victory. We declare that because a lot is happening all over Africa continent, from the west to the north. Africans, they are getting to understand exactly that we are on our own, and we need to fight in order for us to liberate ourselves from our former colonial. So we strongly believe that this year is going to be a best year, and a lot of beautiful things is going to happen for Africa in order for us to liberate ourselves. So please stay tuned. This is your home. This is your channel. If this is your first time to watch our video, well, we wish you a warm welcome to this Cool Buzz family. This is a Pan-African platforms which we have created for you so that we can be sitting here and talk about different matters that is happening in Africa. We don't talk only about South Africa, because I saw someone is like, okay, you see, now you are no longer talking about South Africa politics, you are talking about other countries. My brother, my sister, look, this is an African platform. This is a Africa content that we get to sit down and talk. So we can talk about any country as long as it is within Africa. But if it is a Western country or countries in the Middle East, that something is happening which uh, it need to be pay attention to, well, we're still gonna sit down again and talk, because we have to think that we are not only dealing among ourselves as African, but we do deal with different nations around the world, whether it's with tradings and everything. So if something happens somewhere, maybe in Asia or with Israel or Hamas, and we know that this is gonna affect us in one way or other, we will still have to talk about it. So we should not be limited only in South Africa politics, but we talk about different things, whether it's Zambia or Tanzania. If there is anything which we feel like we can discuss as Africans, we'll talk about it. And today we have to talk about what is happening in South Africa politics, because this is something which needs to be paid attention to, and we need to be aware of what is happening before something big get to happen. So we understand that maybe you want to hear more about what is happening in South Africa politics, but just try to understand at the same time that this is a Pan-African platform. Yes, we talk here, we see on how we can get to develop Africa continent, on how we can do beautiful things about Africa. And there's many people, many Africans who are in diasporas who've been watching us and they've been supporting us, guys. I have to admit that they've been supporting us. Some of them, they will be calling you from the America, and then they send us some money, just to support us, because they can also see the kind of risk we take time to time in order for us to come and have this conversation here with you. So we're looking forward to see you again in our next video. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please do subscribe to the channel, so that when we are here again live, you'll be able to catch up with us. I believe that will be all for now. Continue to be yourself, be good, be kind. This is 2025. Be at your peace, run out of trouble, because we still need you here. May God bless you all. I'll see you again very soon in our next video. Ciao, ciao.